What's going on, everyone? MetalBlade427 here, and I present to you Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Final Mix Remix. In the last episode, we were on our way towards our next planet when we were attacked by pirates. Specifically, Captain James Hook. He rammed us and boarded us and took us into the hold, I guess, took us prisoner and all that other random weird piratey stuff, and he brought us to Neverland, where we managed to meet up with Peter Pan, the main hero of Neverland, the one that Captain Hook is always fighting against. And with his help, we were able to escape, and on our way to try to find Kairi, because we ran into Riku earlier when we first got to the ship, only to be shown that he found Kairi and won't give her to us, that jerk. Peter helped us along, and we helped him find Wendy. But as soon as he found Wendy, he, peaced out on us. He was, gone. So it's just the three of us now, making our way to the deck in order to go and rescue Kairi. So with that said, we gotta move ourselves around. We are here right now in this, cabinish area. You want to make your way back through parts of the ship. And if you remember, it was in one of those areas with the two holes in the grate down on the bottom. You're going to be running into some guys here and there, but that's okay. Might as well just take them out, earn some extra experience, earn some extra items. Always good to have power gems and all good things along that ways. But you want to head to the area. Oh, and radar items too. I'll take that Mega Potion. But you'll remember the two holes in the ground, one on the left, one on the right. You want to fall back through those holes and jump to the one on the right and take the ladder up to the area where we fought Anti-Sora. So I think I'm just going to go do that, and I will meet you in that particular room. Here we go. And hop. Alright, this is where we use the green Trinity mark in order to pull down the ladder. So we used a Trinity ladder to get a ladder. Come on, Sora. Up. Up we go to the room where we fought Anti-Sora and all of his craziness. So of course you're going to be fighting some guys here as well. And while I clear these guys out, there's something I wanted to talk about in the last episode that I didn't have a chance to talk about. And that would be the, get out of there, the effects of the Keyblade. Not so much the actual, passive abilities or whatever, but just, the visual effects. When I'm using the Crab Claw, you hear bubble sounds, and you actually see little bubbles come out of the guys as I strike them. And it's just a little detail that they give to all the Keyblades in this game, because every one has their own, hit animations, in a sense. They may make different sounds, they'll have different things that pop out of them or something, and it's just fun to look at. It's all cosmetic. It really has nothing to do one way or another with the item. This isn't a water item or a blizzard item, I guess, in this game. It just is something visually to look at and goes along with the theme of the keychain. And just keep an eye on that as we proceed through the game. We've got a lot more Keyblades in order to collect, and they each have their own unique look to them. Not just an actual look, but attack look and everything. And that should be the last Heartless in this room. There we go. Okay, so we got everything that was here. We got the treasure chest. We don't need to go back out here. All right, here we go to the deck.
Quite a codfish, that Riku, running off with that girl without even saying goodbye.
Run off where? Tell me, where did he go?
To the ruins of Hollow Bastion, where Maleficent resides. But you won't be going there.
Is that so? Oh, Tink!
Unless you intend to leave your little pixie friend behind.
What other choice do we have?
Hand over the Keyblade and I'll spare your lives. Glad I'm merciful, unlike the Heartless. So, which will it be? The Keyblade or the plank? It's him, the crocodile that took me hand. Oh, Smee, he's after me other hand. I can't stay here. Go away. Oh, I can't stand the sight of him. Me, you take care of them.
Fly, Sora. Just believe, and you can do it.
I believe. I believe. taken to the skies. And Pan is back too.
Thanks, Peter.
Hey, don't mention it. You didn't think I'd leave you and Tink behind, did you?
Well, you kind of ran away from us pretty quickly, but, you know, whatever. Glad to have you back. And we attained the power of healing for no reason whatsoever. Our cure spell upgraded to Cure Up, which is just awesome. And now we can remove Donald and put Peter Pan back into our team. So now we have a set of Sora, Peter Pan, and Goofy, and we're ready to take these guys down. In Neverland, Sora and his friends can fly. While jumping, press circle to fly, press circle to rise, and square to descend. Very similar to swimming, but much easier because you can physically land and walk around rather than just strictly flying. Alright, you're all going down. That's right, Sora. Let's take them down. Here we go. First things first, we'll be running around attacking a bunch of these pirates. This is a preset battle, so once you go through everybody, you'll be moved on to the next part of the fight. Sounded like Pan activated stop. Yeah, these guys aren't moving anywhere. They're stopped right there. They don't look like they're taking damage, but after the stop wears off, that's when they start getting all of the damage that was hit on them built up. So it's a really interesting ability, especially if you beat the crap out of somebody and then they come at a stop and you just see the HP bar go down, 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 down. But we have new characters to fight here. First, these guys in the air. They are air pirates. They are winged heartless that mostly appear in Neverland. They are extremely combative and are hardly ever caught off guard. They attack with martial arts-like techniques. So they're kind of strong. They have a good amount of HP, good amount of defense, and everything along that way. Best way to take these guys down would be to take to the air yourself and use your own flying abilities in order to maneuver around them and all that other stuff. Just be careful with them over the water because anything they drop and you do not pick up will go to the water and sink. So let's take this guy down really quickly. He's stopped, and then he's going to come out of stop and go, 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 and oh, there goes an item! There goes an item! And it sank. So, there you go. There's your example. I lost the item. But Goofy leveled up and he got an MP gift, so I am very happy with that. That is something that I will talk about later on after everything. First things first, another new enemy, a battleship. These are Heartless that fuse together with pirate ships. They attack with homing and magic projectiles. Attack them at close range. The battleship is actually broken up into a few different portions. You have the main thing itself, which has like all the HP and will drop all that good stuff. But as you're fighting it, you can knock out stuff like the mast, which has like 43 to 64 HP, the stern, which has 30 to 45 HP, and the cannons, which have 25 to 38 HP each on both sides. Knocking those down will actually cripple it a bit, whether it can't move as fast or it can't shoot you with anything. So keep that in mind fighting those things.
Is that you, Smee? Did you finish them off?
Aye, Captain. They walked the plank, every last one of them.
That's a pretty good impression, Peter.
Peter Pan, lost you!
Ready to make a splash, you codfish? Now it's your turn to walk the plank.
Here we go. Boss battle time away against the... Where'd he go? Where is he? Captain, where'd you go? Okay, here we go. Okay, against the one, the only Captain Hook, who first appeared in Peter Pan in 1953. He has 900 HP, will give you 3,400 experience, and after beating him, we will get the Ars Arcanum and Ansem's Report 9. Captain Hook is the pirate who is working with the Heartless to pay revenge to Peter Pan, who caused him to lose his left hand. He is as arrogant as a pirate can be, but hides away when the crocodile comes. With the Heartless's power, he can travel to many other worlds, which is, I guess, how he caught us off guard while flying around space and all that other stuff. Captain Hook is actually a really interesting fight. He's an extremely strong fighter. He has all types of like ferocious berserk techniques and quick attacking sword techniques and everything. So you want to really make sure you have your arrow spell up and you have enough MP in order for you to cast a cure or anything along that way. Generally speaking, the main point would be to avoid the battleships. Don't worry about them, but I like attacking them every so often in order to build up my MP back. And plus, they drop, MP balls and everything, so in case I ever run out of my arrow spell, I'll have plenty of MP in order to recast it. Every so often, when you fight Captain Hook, you will do an extreme attack on him, which will cause him to fly overboard, in which case the crocodile will attempt to bite him. If you happen to catch this in terms of like the animation, it's quite funny watching him jump down off the crocodile, 2 feet on each mouth or on each end of the mouth, and then flying back up into the ship. So he has a lot of funny animations if you happen to catch it. Also, if you happen to shoot him with the fire spell, I don't in this fight, but if you happen to hit him with fire, you'll light his pants on fire and he will run around the deck like crazy. Don't be around him when he does this because he will still hurt you. So if you cast fire on him and he runs around, jump into the air and let him finish whatever it is he has to do. Don't worry too much about Peter and Goofy. They can take care of themselves. Just make sure that Sora stays alive, because at any point, Hook can push you into a corner and then start just pelting you with the furious fervor of his sword and rapier skills or whatever the hell that weapon is. So if you can get him into a corner with all your guys, then that would probably be the best way, oh there he goes, to take him down. And then again, avoid the battleships if possible. I'll probably go and fight 1 or 2 more just to make sure that I have enough MP. I probably could have just used an item, but hey, whatever. Sometimes I get caught up in the middle of battle and I forget what I have. Besides, they will give you the extra experience and then any extra items and money and things along that ways, pending they're not over the water. Come on, let's go. What are you doing up there? Oh, that's right. He was up there because he happened to fall off the deck and the crocodile went to bite him and he had that animation. So, Hook does have one long-range ability. He throws presents at Sora, which have an exploding factor to them. So you can actually knock them back at him if you're good enough with the Keyblade and good enough for reflecting his attack back at him. But that's alright, we got him pushed aside. We have him in the corner, so let me heal up. Oh, also notice the heal spell right there. It's now a bunch of 4-leaf clovers. Oh, come on, Sora, get out. There we go. We beat him. Max AP up. And that, as they say, is that. You go down, Captain. Alright, we learned Ars Arcanum, and we got Ansem Report 9. Very good, moving right along with those. I like it.
Oh, Kyrie couldn't wake up, so maybe she's really lost her...
Sensitivity, Goofy. Learn it.
I still can't believe it. I really flew. Wait till I tell Kyrie. I wonder if she'll believe me. Probably not.
You can bring her to Neverland sometime. Then she can try it herself.
If you believe, you can do anything, right? I'll find Kyrie. I know I will. There's so much I want to tell her about flying, the pirates, and everything else that's happened.
What's that, Tink? What about the clock tower? You say there's something there.
And I guess we use our amazing flying ability in order to come back from Neverland to London, which is actually where the main setting of the story is when we're in, I guess, Wendy's world, per se. Because Wendy, John, and Michael were all from London, and here we are at the clock tower, which is, if you couldn't tell, Big Ben. So that's a pretty cool thing that they do here. So while you walk around, you have a bunch of different things you can look at. You can look at the clock itself, and also, okay. While you're here, you can fly, so keep that in mind. You don't want to fall and do all kinds of crazy stuff. But before we move on, I think I'm going to talk about this lovely lady right here. This is Wendy Darling from Peter Pan, first appearance in 1953. She is a dreamy girl whose wish to visit Neverland came true. Peter Pan showed her the way, but she got caught up in Hook's vendetta against Peter and was kidnapped by Hook. And of course, we had to go and rescue her from the pirates and all that other stuff. You'll find her, Sora. Just don't give up. I know, Wendy. You're right. I mean, there's really not much to do around here, but if you talk to... Whoa, where'd you go? Okay, thanks to Big Ben, you can tell the time from anywhere in London. But one of the clocks is off. I do hope it doesn't confuse too many people. And that's a little bit of a hint about what you actually need to do here. Peter talked about the clock tower being something wrong with it and everything, and that's really all it is right now. There is something else to do in the clock tower much later, but for right now, we just have to make sure that the time is right. And for those of you that thought that that chest right there was going to be puppies, oh no, this is Final Mix. They move things around. There are no puppies here at the clock tower. But what the clock tower does have is a standard save point, which isn't so bad, and then these doors, which I can't do anything with until I leave and come back to Neverland and come to the clock tower. Basically, the way these things work is that one will open up. There's only 12 that'll open up, and out of these 12, you'll get a variety of different items. Synthesis items, power-ups, AP ups, defense ups, things like that. But one, and only one, will open up per 12-hour span. So that means in a 12-hour run, one will open up at a 1 o'clock, one will open up at a 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., etc. And you'll be able to know which one it is that's opening based on your own in-game time, depending on how many hours you have played. So if you have played for 12 hours, then the number 12 door will open up. If you have played for 14 hours, then the number 2 door will open up. You'll have to take whatever in-game hours you have and either subtract 12 or 24, depending on whichever is higher, to determine which number door will open. And again, there are only 12 doors that open that have items. I don't think I'm going to be doing this just because I don't feel like coming back and forth that many times. Plus, they seem to have weird times in which they open. I've been looking at other walkthroughs and everything online about it. This is a beautiful sight. I love the way this is drawn. So nice. But maybe if I happen to come back to Neverland every so often and a door is open, I'll go and I'll grab the item. But I may do that off camera and all that other fun stuff. Anywho, I just wanted to also see how high I could possibly go. You can get up pretty high and you can go pretty far out as well. But the clock tower is the main thing for us to worry about. And as you can see, it is set to midnight right now. So we need to fly around it until we find the face of one of the clocks that is not midnight. Ah, here it is. Okay. Lock on and smack it. Going up again. We're going to do it. Come on. Let's go. There we go. One more good whack should... There we go. Excellent. And now that we have completed the events in Neverland and we have set Big Ben back to the way it was, we get to finally unlock the item that we were searching for initially. Not Kyrie, but the keyhole. Let's do what we do best, Sora. Lock it up. And we obtained Navi G Peace. So now we've seen this particular video before. We saw it way back in the beginning of, sort of beginning of the game, when Sora and Riku were kids, and this is the first time they've explored this area, and Riku's all like, let's get off the island. But there's something very interesting that they didn't show you in the beginning that is important here. Look at the door. There's nothing on it. It's just a flat piece of what looks to be just regular wood and all that stuff. But when Riku turns around, he's able to see the keyhole. Now, I wonder, is Riku the only one that can see the keyhole? Or can Sora see it as well, and he just didn't react to it? It's a wonder.
It was reckless to bring her here without at least using a vessel. Remember, relying too heavily on the dark powers could cost you your heart.
Big roar.
A castaway. Though his world perished, his heart did not. When we took the princess from his castle, he apparently followed her here through sheer force of will. But fear not. No harm will come to you. He is no match for your power.
My power?
Yes, the untapped power that lies within you. Now, child, it's time you awakened that power and realized your full potential.
Oh, lime green in Disney, that means evil.
Peter, are you really going back to Neverland?
Afraid so. But we can see each other anytime. As long as you don't forget about Neverland, that is. Oh boy, she's getting steamed again. Do me a favor. Look after her for me, will ya?
What?
Well, apparently we learned the summon spell, Tinkerbell, and we obtained the Fairy Harp Keyblade. And finally, we learned the Share ability, Glide. Oh man, we got so many good things. So many things to go over, so many things to talk about, and just so much cool stuff that happened at the end of the Neverland chapter. Alright, let me get to a good spot. Here we go. And let us go into abilities first. First and foremost, shared abilities, Glide. While in air, press the circle button to ride the air currents. Hold down the circle to remain aloft. This is probably one of the best abilities in the game. You will take your high jump and then you'll hold circle in order to fly to distant areas. It makes needing to get over large spans of areas so easy. Plus now we'll be able to move faster in different areas. We'll be able to get all the treasures in pretty much the majority of the game. And overall, Glide is something that you never want to take off ever. Just checking around stuff. Oh, here we go. MP gift. Give up MP to give 3 MP to a friend. With this and evolution, Goofy pretty much becomes a support machine. He sacrifices one of his own MP to give somebody else 3. And as long as it's us, meaning Sora, then I am more than happy with that, because I can keep healing myself, and I can keep putting up arrows and keep casting spells, so long as Goofy keeps giving me that 3 MP. And I'm actually going to remove some items now. Oh, not MP Rage, MP Gift, there we go. In between MP Gift giving me MP and Evolution giving everybody in the party 30 HP, Goofy is, again, the ultimate support character. And I feel kind of bad that he doesn't have too many offensive abilities on him anymore. And I do want to give him MP Rage to make sure he gets his more magic in order to be able to cast these things. But it's just the new abilities that they gave him. He always had MP Gift, but Evolution is new to this. Okay, Ars Arcanum. A formidable attack after a combo. Select follow-up attack again for double combo. Basically, Sora will jump into the air and do a furious swinging around of his Keyblade, probably hitting 7, 8, 9, 10 times, give or take, and then he will back off and charge. Once he gets to a full charge, it'll be a triangle, and then all these little laser lights fly out of it, each doing damage to either the enemy you're locked onto or to other enemies there. It's a really good technique, and one that you can actually control very well about not activating, but with only 2 AP, I'm probably just going to give him Treasure Magnet right now, and then call it that for the most part. There's really nothing else that I want to give him at the moment. Plus, I'm going to be making a lot of accessories and things along that ways a little later, and from there I'll be able to attach them onto Sora and give him more stuff. So, as far as Keyblade goes, we have the Fairy Harp. Raises max MP by 1 and enhances magic and summon power, sometimes deals powerful critical blows. So like the Crab Claw that gives us another MP and all that stuff, it does that same ability, but it is stronger. It's smaller than the Crab Claw and has a feather for a keychain, but I like the way it looks. It's pretty cool, all the green and feathers and with the flute and whatnot, so it is very Peter Pan-like with a, a touch of Tinkerbell for the most part with coloring. And we're going to equip that, and as you can see, it's a lot smaller than the Crab Claw, but, it's stronger, and that's really what matters at the moment. Has a cool green trail to it, and from there, we'll be able to just use this for a little bit. I don't think I'm going to use it for that long, but might as well equip it while I can. Alright, that's all we need to know, Wendy. Don't really need anything else. Oh, before I forget, let me jump into my journal really quickly, because this is about the only time we're going to be able to check out Tinkerbell and her stuff. Her journal entry that you're going to see here is going to be different than what I read because Jiminy changes it after she becomes our summon. But initially, Tinkerbell, who first appeared in Peter Pan in 1953, is the little pixie of Neverland. She's Peter Pan's loyal partner, and she has a short fuse, and she's very jealous of any girl who gets near Peter. With a little of her pixie dust, you can fly, if you believe. And now as you can look at the back, you see it's changed around a little bit, because now she is our summon ability, and it pretty much introduces how she is a summon and what she does. And that's pretty much, she flies behind us and regenerates us as we fight. Donald and Goofy don't go away, which is great. And if we should happen to die once, she will bring us back to life, but then that ends her ability immediately. So she is very useful, especially going into areas that are kind of difficult for Sora to get through. So what I'm going to do now, I'm almost done with all the summons. Wow, I only have 2 more to get, and I'm pretty sure I know where to get them from, so that's really cool. What I need to do is I actually need to go back into the pirate ship, and you can just go right to the gummy ship and be dropped off inside of the hold, because there is one particular chest that I need to pick up that I wasn't able to before, because I didn't have the flying ability in Neverland, and that will be that for this episode. So let me meet you where I need to go, and let's do this. Oh, wait, okay, hang on. Well, we found the Navi Gummy piece. Let's go back to town. Sid will install it on the ship once we bring it to him. Forgot that we got that second Navi piece from here, the same thing that we got back in Agrabah, and now Sid will be able to bring us to our next world, and then of course Chip and Dale jump on and say that another tournament has opened up in the Coliseum, which is something that we will be doing. I am going to do it after I go to the next world that I want to, but for right now I need to prep myself enough to be able to get to that next world. And to do that, we're going to fly back to Neverland, and as you can see, we can now go to the places in the ship, the hold and the cabin. So I'm going to go to the hold, and where I need to go is actually right outside of this door here. But I'm pretty sure that, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, Heartless have come back. I'm going to clear the room with the Heartless, and then I will explain to you exactly what I will be doing. So hold on one moment. Alright, that takes care of the Heartless here. What I'm going to need to do is pretty much what Goofy and Donald are doing. They're flying, so I need to fly up here, because you're not going to be able to get this by jumping, because I remember I tried that in the last episode and it didn't work. And it's back here. Where'd you go? Come on. Camera! Come on, work with me here. Oh, there it is. It's up there. Okay. This is where you need to go. You need to come up here and you need to fly up top of the rafter area to open this chest in order to get 3 puppies, 82, 83, and 84. So with that, we have now collected enough puppies to get the 5th torn page for Merlin's book. And that, my friends, is what I'm going to be taking care of in the next series of episodes, because it is a fairly fun area in order to go to. There's no fighting involved, there's no Heartless or anything there, but there's just so much that you can do there, and it is just a great, great time. I love that next section, but I'll explain that a little bit more when I go on. Alright. So, with that said, we have finished Neverland, and we got so much stuff. What do we get? We got an upgrade to our Cure Spell, which is great. We got a new special ability for Sora. We got Ansem Report 9. We got a brand new summons. That's probably the best summons in the game. And we just got so much stuff. We got Glide. Oh, man, can't forget Glide. Glide is amazing. And that's pretty much that. We're now able to go on to the next storyline world, which is Hollow Bastion, and that's what Captain Hook said to us earlier in the episode when we were about to fight him. So we won't be doing that yet. We have a few things that we need to do beforehand, and that would be to take care of the book in Merlin's study, as well as that next tournament, because I always do that tournament before I go to Hollow Bastion, and that's because of the prizes that that tournament gives me. Specifically one particular prize, but that'll be when I actually do that episode. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to rate and comment down below, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can get equipped with me, MetalBlade427. Until next time, everyone, where we go and read a book, because that's what we grew up with. You all have a good one, and I will catch you guys later.